Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Corey and Kevin Talk About Nothing. If you're tuning in for the first time,
I'm Corey.
and I'm Kevin. Your gracious hosts, right?
Yes.
We,
welcome.
We are the gracious hosts of this podcast talk show.
Yes. And we do a lot of talking.
We do a lot of talking.
movie. Yeah.
And if it doesn't interest you, it is particularly about nothing.
Yes. Very true.
You know, I have failed this podcast once again. It's been a distracting time, so we did not fit the movie in. That's my fault. That's 2 weeks now. Wow, like a month of...
It's crazy. I thought about that. I'm like, man.
Kevin's really f***ing this thing up, man.
No.
You're like,
Don't say
Kevin,
that.
I'm actually recording with somebody else on Monday. And in a few weeks, we're probably going to change the name. I'm like, what? I just got written out.
What happened?
My name's on the banner, man.
Editing goes a long way, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just kidding. I mean, what?
Oh, wait. Hey, it doesn't matter if it's a week behind or a few days. Well, actually, it's just be a few days. Don't worry, we'll get it out. Anyways, by the time this is airing,
It already been.
Gets edited
Yes.
and thrown up on there. You break a rhythm, and it throws the whole thing out, right? You got to find that new beat, and it's so funny because we went to twice a month now instead of 4 shows. We're doing 2 shows, and it's like harder to keep up with for some weird reason. Than,
you have an extra. We give each other an extra week for things.
It's extra time to procrastinate, and then I'm like, well, son of a bitch, I did it again.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to watch a movie? Why? I haven't even edited the podcast. But I mean, we watch enough content in between that it's we had, just to bring it up, we had been watching something last night that, we occasionally throw on just because we tend to forget about it just because we don't feel like, it has the season and then the commercials are on at the season, but after the season, there's really not a whole lot of commercials for it, but it's Tacoma FD. So we were watching this show on True TV. It's called Foodies, and they have the celebrity or celebrities will come in, and they could be rappers, musical artists of all kinds, or actors, or all sorts of different things. And they come in and they say, "This is my favorite fast food." So the first round is they have to mimic that whatever they bring in.
Oh, got it.
And then the second is their own iteration. So they could do all right, so they do like an Egg McMuffin, but like when they do their own spin on it, it won't even have like a muffin, it will not even resemble anything like it, but it might have the taste of it. That's like what they're going for. They're going to match the taste of what you're eating, but just presented like, beautifully and cooked with, these things. Because, I mean, these are top-notch chefs.
And they're probably better for you and things like that.
Oh, yeah. Where they're using...
healthier.
They're using... Oh, yeah. And all the... So, Jesse Tyler Ferguson from Modern Family, he plays Mitchell. He was on an episode, and it's a funny, relaxed show because, like, there's no pressure built up. So, like, he's going and making mixed drinks for everybody. And then whoever wins the first round gets to dole out a punishment for the other 2 because there's 3 chefs, and it's the same chefs every time, so it's really fun.
Sweet.
Whoever gets the trophy's called Chompy, and it's there's the golden tacos and burgers and such. But I mean they do everything to full circle this. Kevin Heffernan and Stephen Limey, might be wrong. They're from the Broken Lizard group, Super Troopers and whatnot. They're the 2 stars of Tacoma FD. They're kind of like the creators of it, but they were on Foodies, and they had done Kentucky Fried Chicken, like a KFC bucket, actually doing the fried chicken. Nikki Glazer was on, and she did a Oh, this is kind of funny. So she did chicken nuggets and French fries from McDonald's. But the funny spin was she's like, well, since then I've become vegan, so now you have to make these vegan and match the McDonald's taste. So we'll throw those in there. James Vanderbeek was on there, and
okay, all right.
I think he did In-N-Out Burger, but I mean, it's so Bobby Lee was on there. Trying to think of all these.
You know what? I've seen like
commercials for it.
Yeah, commercials or even like clips of it or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So not because I've never watched it before, but I recognize the girl chef in that one.
Yeah,
I recognize her. Like I've seen her cook before, so it had to be her. I don't remember the other guys as much, but her she just sticks out to me. I've seen her cook before in a show. So
I gotcha. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun because like it's super laid back. Okay. There's like, oh, you got 5 minutes, and everything's like super high intensity. It's not like that at all. It's just like super relaxed. And
you're making the meal. Got it.
Yeah, and then
are they having like conversations or something? Like,
they're having conversations. They're talking about whoever the guest is. They're talking to them about whatever. They can ask them whatever, and then they have like little trivia rounds and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun. Super relaxed.
Gotcha. So is it kind of like Hot Ones? Like in a way, kind of like
just not the interviewing. It's not an interview show.
Got it.
Okay. And people don't really have hot wings on there.
I
haven't seen.
But I'm just.
Oh, they did have spicy chicken nuggets. Oh, who was that? Reggie Watts, I think it was. He came on and said, I think that's who it was. His was spicy chicken nuggets, and it's funny because like these chefs are making these things. But they're making them better than, like what. So their imitation round, it's like, well, it was delicious, but it tasted nothing like, the fast food one. It tasted better. So you don't win, you don't win that. You got to, match that. But, and it's fun because it seems like almost, there are repeat winnings, obviously. It's just the 3 of them. But it mixes it up a lot, like so it's not just like one person winning all the time. So it's nice. It's fun.
That's sweet though. Okay, all right. I was gonna say, is there like desserts and stuff in it too? Like
no, just the fast food. Like so they bring in the fast food. They taste the fast food, and then they do one round of imitating, and then they sit down, taste it. Whoever the winner is doles out a punishment for the second round, and then they taste the second round and see who came close to at least matching the taste. So
got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So full circle, long story not short at all.
I mean, I enjoyed the talk.
Right. The Tacoma FD guys were on. So we're like right after that episode, we're like, wait, we have episodes to watch. So we caught 3 episodes of Tacoma FD last night, and I just love that show, man. It's just effortlessly funny. Every character makes me laugh. I don't expect anything. I just sit there, watch it, and laugh. It's great. It's great TV.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm imploring you, listeners and viewers, that if you have not watched Tacoma FD yet, get on it.
All right.
True TV.
Well, listen,
I'm hits. Part of yeah. So we have HBO. Right. Yeah. So hey guys, if you need somebody for slug lines or tag lines, I gotcha. We got HBO. It just hits different, and now we have True TV. They got the hits. I don't know if it.
The second time not as
it
good.
didn't really have the same ring. We'll give it a shot later.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Sell them, dude. Email
sell them. I think there's like owned by the same company too, because you see all the True TV stuff on the HBO Max.
Oh, absolutely everything.
Everybody's just owned by one thing, anyways, right?
Exactly.
Mother Nature
owns everything.
Yep.
If you make her upset,
she'll crush you.
She'll crush.
She'll spew hot fire through a volcano. She'll throw some hurling terrible winds. Anyways, we switched to a meteorologist podcast.
Yes.
You'd like the weather today for Ohio.
Yes.
It's like, wait.
Tomorrow's going
to Ohio has just one weather?
Yeah.
It's cloudy. And freaking cold, man.
Yeah, I'm tired of it, actually.
Annoyed.
Yeah, I woke up angry because I walked outside and I was angry. Actually,
right,
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I did too.
I wanted to get back into bed, and I did actually. I would not bed, but my couch bed.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I hung out for a while, just sitting there.
Yep.
I'm upset.
I had gone to the store yesterday, and yesterday, like a certain point of the day, was a straight blizzard out, and you're like, wow, March 27th, straight blizzard. This is fun. And I'm loading my trunk full of the groceries, and this guy pulls up next to me, gets out of his car. We look at each other. He just shakes his head, and he's like, I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
They got me so pumped up. I'm sick of this. And I'm like, dude, I couldn't agree more. This is BS.
Yes. Yeah.
So Mother Nature, not to piss you off or anything, but if you could stop snowing, that'd be great.
That'd be great. That would be actually fantastic.
I want to cut grass. Anyways.
Keeps tempting you too.
Pleasure. I know. I'm like, should I start? Should I pull everything out? And I'm like, no.
Yeah, you have 7 days of niceness, and then you have 4 days of cold winter. You mix and snow and ice.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Fire and ice.
Yeah. Dum dum dum.
Okay.
Well, kind of speaking of that, so you started, so not much, but it kind of gets me into. There's another one that there's a preview that I watched for a different one, but did we ever talk about Attack of the Titans?
Yes, actually, I believe on the last podcast you had brought it up.
Oh, got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so I watched more of it.
Awesome.
So like that's something else I couldn't remember. So and it's at first I was like really worried about it that the first episode captured me the way that I'm not going to give anything away to it, but like
Ben,
there's a situation that happened. Yeah. Ben. But there's a situation that happens with the mom, and it like, and I don't know if like it was like just like the heartstrings that it pulled with me, so I was like kind of really nervous about moving on from like just because like it really did captivate me, you know what I mean? But if you look up reviews and stuff, like they're calling like one of the best, the animated storylines ever, like the best one ever created. I mean, it's insane how like highly rated that thing is. The story alone, just the story, not anything else. I mean, because the thing is, like, I'm going to explain the show a little bit. It's so the Attack of the Titans are actually, they're really just like, it's weird because, all right, so like in the one scene, like when you actually see the first Titan, he is a naked human being, like a super tall giant naked. So it's just like really, it's just kind of a weird scenario, like the show, like some of the aspects of it. Mm-hmm. But when I started watching episode 2, I got through episode 4 in the next session. All of a sudden, it still captivated me, man. So it's a show that like I am very excited to finish watching.
Hey, that's sweet, yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's really good. I don't want to go like into great details because, yeah, I mean, some of the big parts, you know what I mean? That's all it is, you know what I mean? But like essentially, you just there's like townspeople that is trying to create and trying to, you know, obviously defend themselves against these guys because what the Titans do is eat people. Like that is their whole goal. So like they'll literally like just pick somebody up and just bite them in half. Like
Yikes.
That's what they do. So it's like kind of like a wild show. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So like, and then there's like, I mean, there's just a lot of, so it's like sweet, like fighting and martial arts and like in the storyline so far. I mean, it's like good. I'm gonna give you my personal opinion on the storyline right now. It's a sweet storyline for like what is happening, but like I would not sit here and tell you that it's the best storyline I've ever heard of.
This is the greatest storyline.
Exactly.
My brain's gonna explode.
Yeah, exactly. But now I haven't got to some of it. I haven't, you know what I mean? Like, cause you know, like, I mean, I haven't watched it all, so I don't know of all of it.
Oh, yeah.
But it's definitely a show that, I mean, I think I probably said it the last time too. I didn't remember if I said anything about it, but with the, if you haven't seen it or you want to start watching any sort of anime, same thing with Devilman Crybaby. It was a really good one.
Yeah.
It's like an adult one. That's why I think it's so sweet. You know, because there's other ones that I've seen before too that like the previews and stuff for that were not. They were kind of boring, you know, but they're like more like kid based. Like that's what it is. So it's like you have to be kind of more into like that. It's a cartoon, you know. So, but this is different. This like those other two shows they're just different, man.
Yeah,
the anime
like an adult related anime or something like that. Yeah,
absolutely. So
that's
it's like
cool,
really,
yeah. Maybe one day we'll try it. I mean, I don't want to say for sure just because it's like the backlog on what we are currently on is
But like, I
tremendous,
think it'd be a
but,
good show
yeah.
that if you had 20 minutes, okay? If you
That's all I need.
they're
I
like
could
20,
do a whole
22
season in
minutes.
20 minutes.
No,
I'm just kidding. But they're
I would've
about
watched
20-minute
those.
episodes.
Yeah. So like they're just short. They're just short episodes. So like that's the sweet part. So like literally, like I mean, if you ever wanted to, if you're sitting there and on your lunch break, you know, you could literally get in one episode during your lunch break. If you just give the first episode a shot, and I think that would kind of give you a telltale for the rest of the season, because that's what it did for me so far. You know what I mean? That's like it really.
All right.
It was good. So I'm just saying.
Laying
you
it
know.
on thick like I'm supposed to.
It's a good
I
one.
can't even watch 2 movies you've recommended.
Well, I figured a 2-hour process or a 22-minute show. You know, there's a little bit of give and take there. So
22-minute. I'm just kidding.
your lunch break's only 21 minutes.
Yeah, I'm
screwed.
Sorry, man.
That's what
Not gonna
Yep.
cut it.
No.
I'll have to
But
fast
no.
forward just a little bit.
A little bit.
No, yeah, it does. It sounds a lot
No.
really interesting. So I don't want to say like I'm not gonna give it a shot because I would like.
Yeah.
Seems fun.
But I mean, there is a lot of content out there because I still haven't started Euphoria. I've said it 13,000 times. I'm gonna start it. Haven't done any of that yet.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's like. So we still have season 3 of Narcos to watch. We still have season 2. Literally while we're talking here, I realized we still have season 2 of The Witcher to start.
Oh yes, yeah, me too.
Yeah,
That's another one.
Right?
My cousin brought it up. I'm like, oh,
I know. I'm like, wait a minute. Why? How could I?
yes,
Kevin.
yeah.
I mean, there's plenty. And you know, it's like I don't know. I mean, sometime we're gonna get definitely get Narcos because I mean it's over at least. We can watch that.
Yes.
And then it's
Yep.
at least over. With The Witcher, it takes a while for them to pump those out. So I know if I watch that, at least there's plenty of time. But you know what?
What's that?
There's not a new series, but now that we're talking again, man, Better Call Saul. So I really want to watch that series now because so on Saturdays, a little tidbit of information here.
Okay, let me turn your brain on.
Yeah, turn your brain on, turn your listeners on. On Saturdays on AMC, they're doing Breaking Bad marathons, and they're doing the entire series. And this last Saturday, they were just on like season 2, episode 11, maybe. And those I think had a decent amount of episodes in them at certain points. I think.
Yes, I think certain seasons had quite a bit.
15, 16 type of yeah. So it was so funny, we're setting up for Clementine's party, and it got to like a point where I'm like, I need to just chill out for a minute. I'm gonna just sit down and watch some TV. I'll blow up balloons while I sit there. And I flip on it, and I see Breaking Bad. I'm like, whatever. I don't want to get too enthralled. So if it's if something I've seen before, I can get up and move around. And then I put it on. I don't move for a while, because like It's Breaking Bad, to watch it. Yeah, like it's
exactly.
Like,
you actually have to hit the button to flip
this
it.
Is so good. I forgot how good it is. So, and then seeing Saul Goodman and all these commercials for Better Call Saul, I'm like, I hear such great things about that show that we really need to pack that one in.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, if you think about it, okay, so when he was the lawyer in Breaking Bad, right? He was a lawyer. I mean, think about he had one character that was as bad as come on, man. Oh my goodness.
I wish I could help you out because I'm just not sure where we're headed on this train.
No, I'm just talking about like because he's a lawyer for
He's a lawyer for
who is the main guy in Breaking Bad?
Saul Goodman.
That's not the main guy.
Oh, you're talking about Walter White?
Walter, jeez. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, makes me so angry.
WW.
What's his real name?
Walter White? Bryan Cranston?
No. Yeah. Cranston. That's what I was trying to think of.
Oh,
I was thinking of Cranston.
Okay,
that's where my brain was going. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. That's what I was trying to. I couldn't remember. Okay. So Walter. Yeah. So there's no way. Like this is the way I looked at it too. Because I actually really wanted to get into Better Call Saul too, because that's one character that he has I mean, he's a lawyer, so you have.
Oh
multiple
yeah,
clients,
right.
right.
Like he's got.
So I'm like, wait a minute, like this
Not
may
to
actually
mention,
be really good.
when they first get set up with Saul, they get access to Mike. You know what I mean? So like they have
Absolutely.
like all this other stuff where like you could dive into so much, and they tied in with Gus Fring because he's in the new season and stuff, and they're tying with all sorts of stuff. So I was like, man, I loved that. But you know what's interesting is they said that Bob Odenkirk had said, sorry, I had a little brain fart. I'm like, I cannot say that I don't remember.
I just had a big one. I just had a bad one, so yeah.
I've got triple of the Barracudas. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, right?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
yes.
I got triple Barracudas.
Yeah. They bury into that phone call.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yep. Now I have triples. Yeah.
Deal's done.
Bob Odenkirk. The first time I watched it, like I laughed, but I didn't laugh hard. But for some reason, like the second time I watched it, I was laughing so hard because like he just comes up with more and more stuff. Right? And he's just all I said was like, you can't have ice cream when it's cold out, right? Like that's all I wanted you to agree with. And then he's coming up with, I was super hot white, but like I didn't even want to marry her.
Yeah. Ask your dad.
Yeah, ask him. Just ask him. Bob Odenkirk, man.
That's so funny.
But he's like, I'm just like a lucky actor. Like I got the character. And Vince Gilligan had like this whole, once everything started working, like he had this whole master plan of like, oh man, the audience really loves Saul Goodman. Like we need to do something with Saul Goodman. I mean, like he's like, I'm just a lucky actor, and it's like, I mean, for that, like getting casted in that role and then because I mean, what Better Call Saul's like just as long, 6 seasons maybe, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
I found out the exact answer for you, but
yeah, it's like he's probably sick. Either loves Albuquerque, New Mexico, or is sick of New Mexico.
that is true.
But he does so many other things too. I mean, that Nobody movie was is awesome.
Hey, you're right. 6 seasons.
Nice.
Okay, so 6 seasons, and then you know what the Rotten Tomato is on this one? Just want to ask you.
I'm gonna guess 87%.
Try 98.
That's I knew it.
And
we need to jump on this.
And then a 93% on Google, like the people that like Google users.
What's Breaking Bad by chance?
Let's see.
So Better Call Saul is 98.
Yep.
Jeez, man, that's amazing.
That's big time.
Mm-hmm. It is big. That's big time. That's the big time, man.
Yeah, he had 8. Sorry, I didn't say the IMDb. The IMDb for Better Call Saul was 8.8.
Wow, so that's even good.
Breaking Bad though IMDb is a 9.5.
Wow.
Okay, but only a 96. So
oh,
it's crazy. Yeah, I know.
It's probably like one critic marked it like just lower,
Yes, but then the 95% of Google users too. So I mean I know the Google users aren't big, but I mean it's people that actually done it. So
if you think about it this way too, so they had just gotten done with 6 seasons of Breaking Bad and really like 5 seasons with like a 2-parter type of thing, right? Yeah. So they're coming out on top of their game. So instead of like having to say, I mean, they don't even have to start from ground zero. They've built like this whole universe and have their main character already, right? So they're in their absolute prime of writing too. So like they literally could cart that over to their new show and this, same formula, almost same thing. And it's just a banger every time because you're like, so, even though Breaking Bad season 1, episode 1 and on is phenomenal, you're still almost rookie, right? You're creating this. So your first 1 and 2 seasons are I mean, I'm not saying that they're phenomenal. So it's like, but it's new, right? Now Better Call Saul, your season 1 and 2, you're already in that groove. It's gonna be phenomenal, right? So it makes sense that it rates slightly higher because it might just be, if we watch it, might just be slightly higher. Who knows? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying because I love Breaking Bad. I'm not saying that.
But
Real animated today. You know?
yes, handsy today. Yeah,
It's just getting handsy up here.
yeah.
But yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good,
All right.
man.
It's all good, man. It's all good, you know.
But
I'm down though.
we're watching Breaking
I
Bad,
mean,
and I'm just like, bro.
Better Call Saul. Better call on my TV.
Last thing I want to say
everybody-
about this.
Full
Yeah,
circle?
I'm getting worked up.
Oh yeah,
over
yeah.
here, right?
Well, what's up? What's up?
They almost they were almost doing like pop up video type of stuff, or like the Impractical Jokers inside jokes where they'll pop up with the information. And stuff. And one of the interesting ones that I caught, it's hard. Like I get captivated by that show, so I don't see anything that's going on the outside.
Yeah, absolutely. No.
At one point, I finally saw this, and it said Vince Gilligan actually started writing with X-Files. Now, he didn't create the show, but he was a writer for that show.
Oh, okay.
And the interesting part was Bryan Cranston, Aaron Paul, and one other one. I don't know if it was Bob Odenkirk or what, or who it was, but they actually appeared in X-Files. So it's kind of it's interesting, right?
Oh, that's okay.
It kind of reminded me of this whole, Workaholics and Modern Family.
Well,
thing.
yeah.
I really should start a Reddit on that one, or I'm sure there already is one.
No, yeah. If not, you should.
Yeah, right. Like, hey, has anyone else realized it starts with Alice?
Yeah.
And then goes to Durs, then Adam, but nobody else so far. So,
Okay.
and then there's just the one guy from Righteous Gemstones. But, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Oh yes, yeah. I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, the guy gets eye
Yeah.
poked. Oh, have you watched all of it, the new season?
No.
Okay, so then never mind.
But I'm pretty sure that got ruined for me, not through you, but through memes that I clicked on, and things have happened to where I'm like, huh, okay, but it's okay.
It makes sense. It's
my fault.
One of
You
the
dived into
funniest
social
moments
media?
of TV I have ever watched.
All right, I can't wait to watch it. That's so funny. That's awesome. All right, that's a big statement, you know.
Well, because it is like what, and it's so
Okay.
funny because like it's anyways. But yeah, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. So that's also on the list. I don't know. There's so much. What do I do? How can I possibly watch it all? And movies. That's like. And I'm getting real annoyed too because Apple TV. I read this morning that Apple Plus or whatever stupid service they have, they won Best Picture for Coda. I think it's Children of Deaf Adults. I think is what the acronym is, but it's called Coda and it's a movie.
Okay.
And it won Best Picture, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sick of having 100 different streaming services. I actually made the comment today. I said, I wish we could go back to just one company.
Whoa.
Who cuts the cord anymore? Don't do it.
That's
you
true.
need your Netflix, your Amazon, your Hulu, your Disney Plus, I got Sling. What else we got here going? Come on.
Paramount. Yeah, I got you.
So if Apple is one,
Yep. See, don't get me wrong. So they did a bunch of people break it down because I got ESPN. That's a huge one for me.
well, I'm talking
I
like
paid money for.
streamers. That's like sports.
Oh, okay. So it's not a thing for you. So it's not a streaming thing platform. Yeah. It is, guys. Just so you know, I pay for ESPN. So
You're one of those. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
you know what? Hold on.
No, it makes sense. It's all streaming, but it's ridiculous, and it makes me mad.
It is. I know. Yeah.
Like where I'm like, that's streaming. Oh, Peacock.
Oh, Peacock.
Yep.
That's another one.
Yep. Oh, HBO, bro. We literally forgot HBO.
I mean, then do you want to get crazy? I mean, what about like I have Spectrum streaming services?
Yeah, streaming. Somebody needs to, I'm not all down for monopolies, but somebody needs to start scooping some of these companies.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Roku actually was pretty cool. Like they'll take like the down and outs. Like remember when there were all those commercials for Tubi and everybody was like super excited.
Yeah.
Or no, not Tubi. Maybe it was Tubi.
But,
I don't remember, but it was just like those really quick shows, and it had all these big time actors doing all these things for it, and it went nowhere. Nobody wanted it at all. So like Roku wound up buying it for cheap, and it's just like a bunch of content now that they have that, hey, if you have a Roku, you get that. So it's just like brings you in. I love Roku. I got a Roku on every single TV.
Yeah, me too. I just sold 2 more for them too to my Faja.
They fell off the back of a truck, and now I'm offloading. You know,
I'm offloading. No, I didn't personally sell them.
Oh yeah, I was nowhere near that transaction, but I collected. No, I'm just kidding.
And you got a guy, you know.
Man, I tell you what, my brain goes through these full circles. I think of collection, right, and then I think The Tax Collector, which is directed by David Ayer, which is you know what movie David Ayer wrote is Training Day, and I watched a decent majority of Training Day this week as well. See how that it's amazing, right? I'm like,
your brain is wild over. That's what I'm laughing at.
Yeah, like,
you said one word and then 3 different things came out and ended up being a movie. It's just so funny. It's hilarious.
It's just that
that's awesome.
I'll donate my brain to science one day. They'll be like, my God, his receptors are going crazy.
Yes, it's wild.
Yeah. Word association with this one is freaking wild. All right. I will tell you this one because this one you'll know about. So, if I say no more, it's painful for me to say this one because it's now in my head. I'll be like, no more, and then I'll be like, no more s'mores, no more s'mores. You know what that's from? I had so many s'mores. Finally, I was just like, no more s'mores, no more.
Is that from I Think You Should Laugh?
No,
I Think You Should Leave It Mean.
The Office. Toby, when he goes camping, he's telling the story in the kitchen, and they all start laughing, and it's not funny. It's not funny. And it's stuck in my head. It lives in here now. So I'm like, no more.
No
more s'mores. No more s'mores. I finally was like, no more s'mores. I'm like, no, get out of my head. And now I hate Toby as much as Michael.
Yeah. He's... that is so good.
Now, like,
it's
summer's
funny.
coming around and s'mores are going to be, I'm like, no more s'mores.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome.
It's not. See, that's where the word association goes wrong.
You say a lot of phrases in your life.
Yeah.
Your life lives around movie quotes.
Movies, TVs, yeah. That's actually most of the words I ever talk are just movies or TV quotes. I actually have no original thoughts of my own.
No. So everything you said this entire time has just been movie quotes.
Just been movie quotes. Yeah. Even this bit, I don't know what movie it's from, but it's out there. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Wow, I blabbed on for a while. So
it's all good. It's all good, man.
So,
I mean, it'll happen.
Good,
yeah.
I definitely triple the Barracudas. No.
Oh yeah.
Definitely triple the Barracudas. Yes. Now you've done some work on a particular show. Like you were like, I'm caught up, full blown now.
Yes. So I'm fully caught up with Ozark. I have officially finished episode 7.
A little fish flopping
season 4.
Officially.
Yeah, officially. So anyways, you made a comment, okay? And I wanted to ask you, I couldn't remember the comment. I remember you said that this one character should get an Academy Award for her acting. In what episode were you talking about?
Oh man. When Ruth goes to the birds with a shotgun, and she's just fucking off the handle, screaming at them. She sold it. Like the frustration, the everything. Every
little thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was talking about this Because I had also talked about there's a moment in Euphoria that Zendaya is like
Yep.
Leonardo DiCaprio level. But yes,
Yeah.
Ruth. She said she channeled Mike Tyson. But like
Yes,
Mike Tyson.
that's the
energy,
one.
right?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
When
all right.
she's like, I would not mess with Ruth, man. She is frightening. When you know, I hope everybody's caught up. Something happens that sets Ruth off, and she goes to the birds, man, and she's like just yelling at them, screaming at them, and just it was just totally real. Like it was awesome.
Yeah. it really she is growing on me. Actually, like I don't know. Her character I didn't like love in the season 1. Not that like I didn't hate it. It just was like she was one of those. I just think she was like the bad character type of thing there for a minute. So like you had that negative vibe with it. It was just kind of weird. I just didn't like. I don't know why. But season 2 on. But then when I hit this like end of season 3 like with Ben and all that.
Oh yeah,
Dude, you know what I mean? Because like, so you saw the other side type of thing. You know what I mean? You saw the soft side of stuff a little bit. You know what I mean? She still had the edge to her. I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
by any means,
right.
She was still Ruth. You know, but man, it was like it was definitely like. I mean, it was. She. I thought she was good in a lot of other things, and a lot of other parts in the show too.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like
100%.
Yeah.
I've always loved Ruth just because like she was always the smart one.
Yeah, always.
She knew to give the money back because she ain't messing with whatever's going on with that money. I'm out.
Yes.
You guys can do whatever stupid crap you're doing. I'm out. And then she has the ability to learn, the want to learn, and handle things the right
smart.
way. Yeah. And nothing makes me more mad than Marty Bird not doing her justice. Like, he should have walked into that Kansas City guy and said, man, I'm freaking blowing your boy's nuts off myself. Like, he should have stood up for Ruth more. Because it was a huge asset. Like, and you just let that go. Because, like, I smoothed everything over. No more s'mores. I'm just kidding. I smoothed everything over. Like, it's just like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Biggest mistake you made was doing that. Because nobody trusts you, Marty. Like, you've literally, like, lost the trust, so of, like, one of your most biggest allies. You can't trust Wendy. That nutcase
at all.
could flip, whenever she wants, man. She's crazy. Now, the whole Ben thing, I mean, obviously it took a toll on her. She's like, stayed in the Walmart parking lot for like a week. And
yeah, I mean, bad. I mean, don't be, oh, for sure.
That's like, like Noah, obviously that it's like impossible for him to understand, but had he fully had the gravity of the situation, everyone's getting killed if Ben doesn't shut up. And Ben is already said he's not going to shut up. So like you're in that life. Like, you can't just be like, nope, today I'm not, and I can't make that decision. I'm not going to make that decision. It's like, you're about that life, dude. You're deep.
You have to be. You actually, to me, you truly have to be.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I mean, I don't know. He kind of, when he expanded on his own, kind of made me question some of his decision making and things like that a little bit. He's kind of going above and beyond with some of his actions and what he's doing at the time being right now.
He's a loose cannon. He's got
So I mean, were you nervous that Wendy might have done the same thing? I mean, I'm just saying, but I'm just
yeah, like Marty, she's the one you should have had gone, man.
Yeah, yes,
man. They had that conversation in this one where they're like, "Do you think like when we move to Chicago, things are gonna go back to like the way they were?" They're not. Like that's what Wendy says, and he's like, "Listen, I don't give a crap. Like I don't know what you think I'm thinking, but it's not that." Like, Marty's not stupid. Like
no, and he's not stupid at all. And think about the things they've seen in their in their time being just in the Ozarks. I mean, think about this. These guys have seen a lot.
I wouldn't want to leave. I don't know how you go from a place like that to a city. I'm not a big city guy, you know. Like, I think architecture is very cool and interesting. I thought it was interesting, but I don't.
Not an answer.
I'm not like I'm just I can't live in that. You see, you know what I did there.
Oh yeah, because it's not because you hate the movie ratings like that. So I get it, right?
Wait, what?
The interesting. Sorry,
Oh,
I
no,
misread it. I misread it. Okay.
I think you should leave skit where he's like dressed up as Carl Havoc, and he's like, who thought this would be funny? Like, you thought this was funny. He's like, I thought it would be interesting. You know, that's just the way he said it. Anyways, I'm very sorry.
Your brain's different, dude. All right. I'm listening. I'm listening.
It's fucking crazy. Anyways, you're like freaking out, and they're like, "How does so many thoughts exist?" But the whole thing of Ben, man, like it sucks because Noah's sister definitely did not answer that correctly. Lie if you have to. Just tell him whatever he needs to hear because this dude's very fragile. Like this uncle that he looked up to, and it's direct family has now been killed because of this, you know, like it's it's not a joke. It ain't no joke.
Yeah. See, but this is my only thing about that though. This is why he kind of like what he was doing kind of annoyed me in the situation. So he ends up doing similar acts.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So like if you're doing it that way and then the same situation might have happened, you know what I mean? You're just working with a quote unquote better person. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna
really better person. Yeah, like not actually, but yeah.
But so like that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing it for. But at the same time, you're doing the same thing.
Yep.
I just you know what I mean? Like that's what it kind of bothered me. Like he had this total thing, and why are you so mad about it? You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
why? He's not mad about the
person.
laundering. He's mad about the murdering of you know.
Well, yeah, I 100%. But I'm just saying I don't know, and maybe I'm just like overlooking.
He doesn't. He's not mad at Marty. He's mad at Wendy.
Well, no. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But see, because Wendy, that's the thing. Marty is actually just a numbers guy, man.
I know. Wendy is like big picture.
Actual,
like, hey,
yeah, for sure.
Check out what we can do. And Marty's like, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make the money and I wanted to get out.
Yes.
You know, Marty, come on. You ain't getting out. You're not getting out. I'm so interested in how this ends because you don't get out of that.
No. There's no way. There's no way. And then now, like, I don't know, the nephew's situation. You know what I mean?
Probably the worst. I don't want to say like the worst character because he plays his part. He's good at what like being that character. But that type of character annoys me so much.
Yes,
I'm smarter than everyone else.
I'm smarter than everybody else, and somehow he knows who everybody is, and then the fact I hate the fact that he's like always around type of thing too. Yeah, that kind of annoys me. It's just always it's just
added
constantly
pressure that doesn't need to be. Let the birds do their shit, man.
Exactly. I mean, see, this is the thing. So my personal opinion on if you know the certain person, the leader of something else that they're helping, the cause here. If they were smarter about that the entire time, and if he wanted to, he could have taken care of the entire problem, and then every situation would have been totally different.
Oh,
but no,
yeah, for sure, yeah.
So if you can't be mad, you can't be mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
actually, if you think about it, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you bring up a really good point. Wendy is more of a badass than Navarro because Wendy had her own brother killed, where Navarro can't even have his brother-in-law killed because of family.
Exactly. It's nephew.
Oh, right? Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Nephew.
That's right. Yeah, sorry. Nephew.
So it's okay. So
like, whoa.
Come on.
Whoa.
So, see
kind of blew my mind right there. Point. Wendy is actually that more frightening to me now.
Well, I don't know. When she sat down in that driveway, was a certain person. Just sit out there, bro. My heart was like, don't, and then it was, because like it was just building up, and then just smile. Like, I'm like, are you kidding me
Yeah.
right now? This lady is insane.
When she sits down with Darlene, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn. That's dark.
Dark. Okay, but Darlene's another character that, you know, yeah. But
I've never been a fan of Darlene. She's probably,
No.
no offense, Darlene, or whoever plays her actor, or whoever, you know, is portrayed by her,
Yeah.
but just not the biggest fan. The whole Wyatt thing in her, I think Wyatt is unfortunately a throwaway character. Like, they built him up so much season 1, season 2. Not built him up so much. 'Cause, I mean, most of that's Ruth. But he was. I mean, with Charlotte and everything. Like,
oh yeah, 100%.
We saw a lot.
And I hated that. I hated the Charlotte and his dynamic just fell apart. I hated that actually because that was always
fell apart.
That it fell apart because to me there was always like a common ground for everything.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what I mean? Our families are from different places, but we're linked by this. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yep.
Yeah, and I hated the fact that got ruined. You know what I mean? It went from where she went from one totally different path, you know, with him kind of thing and all this, and then all of a sudden it changed to where they both went different directions, and now everything's changed. Right? It's like this whole weird. I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
I didn't like the transition from that. But anyway, I still like the character. You know what I mean? I still like the show. And all that. You know what I mean? It's not that.
But. Yeah, that's just the only thing. Like, I liked Wyatt. I liked the actor. Like, they did a great job. And it's just like, man, like, you guys kind of did him dirty a little bit. Like,
yeah, well, absolutely.
You made a real weird situation with him and Darlene, and then you almost broke it off, and then you're like, no, let's go deeper with it and have them get married. You know, like.
Yeah.
Come on. That's weird stuff.
Got super weird.
Like, Wyatt, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
That just felt weird. But
yeah, so I hate, so I thought that's where, if I had to make a mark in the show to where I knew the show was coming to an end, it was actually, I would say, all right, so it's 2 parts, okay? So it's all one part, leads up to the same thing. When Darlene shot the guy in the kitchen, okay, and then just sat back down, okay. When Wyatt walked in, when that happened to the Ruth thing, okay, to where he goes to Ruth and says, yes, I'll leave.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, so like it's like that part of that whole scene, and then, but then it was actually
where it's like things are coming to a close kind of a thing, right?
Yeah, exactly, yes. So I'm thinking this entire thing, but then all of a sudden, it goes to where he shows back up, and then, you know what I mean, and then says he's going to be dad. You're like, wait, what just happened? And that's how I'm like, I knew something bad was going to happen at that moment, to be 100% honest with you. So
I love the moment because they were able to bring 3 out for some reason. Like, maybe he grew up too quick, like a Walt on Lost scenario.
Yeah,
but 3 has not been prominent for a little while, and then they showed him. I'm like, oh, it's, you know, that's nice. At least get him in the last season here. But yeah, it's almost like, all right, let's clean up some of these side storylines so that we could get to the meat and potatoes for the final part. And I mean, honestly, I don't care. Like, that's fine with me. It's kind of like a Dandy situation. Let's clean up some shit so we can end it, you know. but you know,
that's the hell way to do it.
The main storyline is just so good, and the main characters are just so good that, like, it's almost like the Nikki and Paulo situation on Lost. Yeah.
Oh yes,
they're pretty bad episodes, but I'm not gonna fault Lost for it. You know what I mean? The overall series is phenomenal. So that's why I'm like, you know, it's okay. You can have this kind of stuff. You gave me Ben. It's okay.
Seriously.
And Ruth. Man, I'm telling you, she's running around their living or their dining room with that shotgun, just screaming at them.
Dude,
like, she has no words. She's primal, bro. Like,
she's
beast mode right now.
She was like, "Tell me right now."
Yeah.
When she screams, when he said somebody says something, and she turns around and just says, F you. Like, I mean, with this crazy look, I'm like, wow. It was like a scream where you're like, hey, she's not acting, man. Like, that's like Ruth. Oh, well, yeah, that's real.
Ruth.
Oh, for sure. Exactly. What's crazy? So sometimes, like, and I catch myself doing this too, to where during the part, I don't necessarily like get the whole Oh, she did such a great job in that scene. I'm enjoying the content as it comes out. It's I feel that way afterwards, right?
Oh yeah.
That's why I wanted to ask you what part you were talking about, because that was gonna be my part. You know what I mean? But I'm like I want to make sure that we're talking about the same part.
Right.
And then you said the same part that you said that you were talking about. So I knew exactly what you knew. But
an actor's acting moment.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Wow. So, I can't. What's her name? I'm having a brain fire. I can think of all these damn things, but names, for some reason, on this stupid podcast get me. She's
Ruth.
Yeah, Ruth. Because she's phenomenal. She is in a new series called Inventing Anna, and that's
Julia Garner.
Julia Garner. Yeah. And I want to catch that. I also want to check out The Dropout.
Oh yeah,
that
the Dropout.
good.
Yeah,
That looked good,
yeah,
too.
that's definitely good. Yeah.
But Ozark, yeah, I am. It's like one of those bittersweet moments, but I do love a show that knows how to end. Like, there are far too many shows that just go on and on and on.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping this one ends right though.
Oh, I'm sure it will, man. I'm sure it will. It's not gonna be no Game of Thrones. No, I'm just kidding. I like where it's going. I have no problems with where it's going. So, I am excited.
I think they are bringing it to the perfect spot to end the show. I think that the build up of everything.
Oh, it's a cliffhanger right now, right? You have no idea how are the birds living or are they dying? Are they making it through? Are they getting to the Gold Coast? Probably not. Probably not.
Probably not. Well, at least not both of them. I don't think. My personal opinion. All right, I'm gonna give you my prediction.
Marty Bird's dead.
Yes, I think Marty's gonna pass. Noah's gonna end up doing the laundering, and then Wendy is gonna be the survivor of the situation.
Which that'd be rough. Wendy and Noah. Yeah, interesting.
That's what I'm just saying. So I just personally think that's what's gonna.
Oh, I mean, it would be amazing because Noah would never let her forget what she did, and that would be her own personal hell. So,
yep. All the time.
Be like a character. Yeah.
I think Marty gives himself up for the family of some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And and then that's the situation that happens from there. That's my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong, but especially now that in the last season, so what ends up happening is there's a red flag that pops up on your system, right, on your bank account.
Yep.
So this is how you fix it.
Yep.
So literally to me, it's a setup for.
Oh yeah, he's literally I couldn't agree more.
He's teaching him the way. So that's I just feel like Marty's gonna die, and then I mean we'll see. April 29th.
Yeah.
April 29th.
April 29th. Oh, hey man, The Boys is coming up soon in June. I want to watch the animated series that they put out there too.
Oh yes, I did. Yeah, I didn't looked into it much by seeing that it was out there.
Yeah, I saw like a brief. Clip of it, and I was like, looks pretty fun. And if it's from the same creators, then it's probably pretty fun.
Yeah. Well, and it's gonna be sweet too because it's gonna be more. You know what I mean? You can do more things in an animated.
Oh yeah, you can be way more brutal.
For
sure. Live action, you're like, is this stepping over the line? Like, make it animated.
As an actor, for sure. As an actor too, you're like, I don't really want to do that. As an animated character, ain't nobody you got to talk about it at all. You know what I mean?
Hey, is that too gruesome? It's animated. Make it more gruesome.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah. So I am definitely really excited for Ozark to finish it up. Jason Bateman, like, what are you gonna do next, man? Like,
oh, seriously? Yeah, seriously.
Like this, I mean, he's written episodes, he's directed episodes, he's acted in something that I feel like is definitely out of his wheelhouse. So and did phenomenally at it. So it's like, okay, man, like where are you going next?
Yeah,
what are you up to?
What's your plan?
What are you up to, Mr. Crabman?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pour some melted butter all over you. That was so good. Like, how do you go to that and then channel Marty Bird, man? That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. Good for him. Man.
Well, that's like, man, like Zendaya. Like you brought up stuff like that too, where like actors are just like they turn it on and they pump out a scene and then come back and they're like chatting. It's just like, damn, how do you go there and come right back. I feel like if I was ever an actor, I'd be like a method actor, and I would be like, I can't get out of this character, and I need help. I need help.
Please.
Kevin,
yeah,
that's not my name.
Why is everybody calling me
Kevin? You stopped filming that years ago. I can't. I feel like, yeah,
that
Kevin got burnt out after 2 movies.
Kevin made 2 movies. He made about 50,000, and he's done.
50 grand. He was in the SAG Awards. You know, he hit this level and then never made it to the Academy Awards. We'll just say.
And now his name is George.
Jorge Fernando, and he lives on a farm.
That's funny.
That's my future. Kevin, don't go into acting. You're gonna freak out. Be like that.
That's awesome.
I'll just like match Jared Leto's intensity, and he'll be like, "Dude, you're even weird for me." And I'm like, "Ah, shit. Best give it up."
Yep.
So like, we gotta watch a movie at some point. I do understand that. I do.
Uh-huh.
So what I was going to kind of say is maybe we could do a double. We got some time in between. We got no birthday parties to be planning for. We're kind of in like a regular motion now. Maybe we can pump this out, you know?
Okay. I mean, I'm in. I think what we should do is we should promise one,
and then maybe,
and then try to get into.
I'm promising the Adam Project then, because that's
perfect.
one. Kimi, like I definitely want to see, but you know.
But exactly. So let's play it by ear. I will for sure watch the Adam Project.
Play it by ear.
If I and then as long as we'll talk on Sunday or something, and if you have time, we'll watch Kimi as well. I like to watch it when we talk about a show fresh. I don't want to. I forget about stuff when it's 2-3 weeks away.
Yeah. I'd probably try to do like maybe a Saturday movie and then a Sunday movie type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So that'll work for me. You're gonna, I'm off on Monday, so like I can even squeeze in one Monday morning, right?
Right.
So Sunday, Monday for me. So I'm just saying, I'm in.
And I kind of, man, I really loved just going to the theater lately. You know, going to see No Way Home and then the Batman. I want to go see The Northman when it comes out. I have loved Robert Eggers as a director so far with his, the 2 that he's had, The Witch and The Lighthouse. So seeing this, like this seems like a grand scaled movie, and it looks like some pretty great action, some pretty gritty stuff. So the cast seems phenomenal. So I want to go see that one in theater. I feel like that'd be a theater worthy movie.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm down.
Let's leave the world with a little tidbit here. We had a question proposed to us as a group. We thought about this as a group, a hive mind, because you might think of an answer, but your friends will be like, "Oh, well, what about this movie?" And you're like, our minds changed. So the question is, who would you get which actor would you get rid of, and their entire catalog of movies, right? So we had Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler, Seth Rogen, and Jim Carrey. I can't get rid of any one of them. I love too many damn movies, and they happen to be in a bunch of them. Can never get rid of Jim Carrey just because Jim Carrey is right there. So
obviously for me, that's top of my list.
Yeah, right. I had originally said Adam Sandler, but Uncut Gems was so damn good that I don't even care. I loved Happy Gilmore and everything too.
Well, yeah,
but like Uncut Gems, this is like, bro.
Uncut Gems. I mean, I could let that one go for my other ones though, man. I mean, that's so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, think about Will Ferrell's. Ferrell's repertoire.
There's no way.
That he has.
Step Brothers alone, Anchorman alone, like
exactly. Yes, Anchorman.
Talladega Nights.
Dude,
you're not getting rid of him.
No.
Seth Rogen, you're not getting rid of him because you wouldn't have Pineapple Express. You wouldn't have Superbad. Superbad. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Yeah.
And a ton of other movies that He's been in more. Well, how about even never mind.
Green
the
Lantern.
Disaster Artist. Oh, no, I wasn't going to say Green Lantern. But that's where we're like, well, we could let something go.
Yeah.
Oh, but then,
sure, it's so funny,
but then we were talking. You wouldn't have Freaks and Geeks. You wouldn't have Undeclared. Knocked Up. I mean, there's so you can't get rid of him. So it's just so funny. It was like that. Whoever proposed that question obviously knew what they're doing, because they said their entire catalog of movies. Because maybe some all right, before Adam Sandler made Uncut Gems, I was like, yeah, toss him to the curb. I'm not a big fan of Grown Ups, Grown Ups 2, Grown Ups 3, Grown Ups 4, Grown Ups 5, Grown Ups 6, Hotel Transylvania 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm not just not into those movies. So
yes, the first one was good.
Of which one?
What? Of Grown Ups.
Oh, I just
it's just for what it was. I thought it was okay. That one I would say was I don't hate. The other ones I'm not a fan of. But the first one of Grown Ups was okay.
I love Click. That is definitely
Click. Yes.
one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But Bedtime Stories, I don't even think we finished it. Not that we shut it off, but I think we fell asleep. Like, it wasn't really all that good. Grown Ups I wasn't the biggest fan of, and Blended wasn't really all that good, and so
then you have like the Ridiculous Six. I mean, you have other ones that he's done for like Netflix and stuff too. Like that's what I'm saying. So there's a lot of movies about Adam Sandler. See, Adam Sandler might be one of my guys. I think that, the more I thought about that question, I really do think that
toss him out.
Yeah, but do you know what the hardest one for me and Adam Sandler is though? Big Daddy.
Oh, see, I think you even brought that one up too when we were talking about it, because it was so funny, because we're talking about Happy Gilmore, we're talking about Billy Madison, we're talking about all these other ones with I'm like, oh yeah, Big Daddy. Big Daddy is huge. That's hilarious.
That one that one was iconic. I mean, I wipe my own ass. I say that. I mean, quite often. I mean.
Ass. Yeah, swoop, and pull it. That's
exactly.
Literally how I will teach Clem how to tie her shoes, just because it's like loop, swoop, and pull it. And I throw sticks while people are rollerblading. I don't think there's a problem with that.
So what?
So interesting question. It would be interesting to hear everybody's thoughts. I kind of agree, Corey. Since Uncut Gems is not in like my top 3 all-time favorite movies, and that Adam Sandler probably has the longest time, time of me not seeing movies of his, I would have to say Adam Sandler, just because of.
I can't lose the other ones.
Yeah.
I just can't. Like if you have a knife to my throat, a gun to my head, Adam Sandler's got to go.
Sorry, Adam Sandler, but I think I would have to agree. Like, if I really had to,
yes,
do
exactly.
It. But Uncut Gems is worth taking a bullet in the head for.
Yeah.
See what I did there? Man,
that's wild. That's wild.
I know.
I
didn't even do it on purpose. It literally started forming in my mind. Anyways, it's an older. It's not an older movie, but shouldn't be a spoiler at this point. If you have not watched Uncut Gems at this point, I'm gonna freak out on you.
What are you doing?
What are you doing with your life?
So, but if you want to answer the question,
give
us the answers. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna say it one more time: Will Ferrell, Seth Rogen, Adam Sandler, or Jim Carrey. Get rid of them or their movie libraries.
You have to get rid of the actor and their entire catalog of movies. So
yes.
Yeah.
You could tweet us at CoreyKevin1. You can shoot us an email at cktalkaboutnothing@gmail.com. Okay?
Yep.
Or you can leave a comment on the video.
Yeah, leave a comment on the video. You can even leave comments on the podcast page.
Yep.
However you want to communicate your answer. Go ahead.
We're here.
We're here.
We're listening.
Yeah, because it's an interesting question.
Yeah.
It's you know what? All right, I'll wrap it up. Don't worry. But it's an interesting question because I feel like everybody has had like a low point in a career or like a quiet point. Like even Seth Rogen, I feel like is more quiet right now. Like I feel like there hasn't really been like a Seth Rogen hit in a while. Like unless I'm forgetting something, I feel like.
Well, but like see me. I don't think so. But see, I think he's done more directing though too. So I think sometimes these
more
guys
writing. I don't know what
more writing,
what is he directed.
I
recently.
could have swore that I could have swore he directed something recently. Anyways,
Yeah,
I was thinking about Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Man, what? Oh, I was thinking about the cartoon ones. He's been doing a lot of those animated stuff, hasn't he? Seth Rogen.
I have no idea.
Like remember remember the I can't the Sausage Party, that one, wasn't that him?
Oh yeah, I mean maybe, but that was like what 2017, 2018 or something.
Okay. I mean,
So that's what I mean. Like it's a little quieter,
Yeah.
right? Like right now. So
That's true.
I mean, he does a lot of work like with producing with The Boys, like that TV show, The Boys. And a whole bunch of other stuff. Plus, actually, you know what? He's in a new movie coming out. He's in that new series that came out on Hulu, Pam and Tommy.
Oh, that's what. Yes. Okay. Yes.
I don't think he
thinking
directed
for some
it,
reason.
but
he
yeah,
did not.
he is
did
in
not.
that. So I haven't watched that series yet, but yeah. So interesting question. Let us know. Many forms of communication. Before I continue on and turn this into an ungodly amount of Kevin just blabbing, let's just end it.
All right. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Yeah.
No.
Where's Dave Chappelle when you need to
Yeah.
wrap it up? I need the Academy to start playing me off. See, I'll do this. All right. Anyways.
Yep. Hey guys.
Thank you everybody for listening.
Thank you for watching.
Have a wonderful week.